Welcome to Lavanya's computer classes. In this video, I will explain conditional statements with examples. In the previous video, already I kept one video like conditional statements in Java. I will give the link for that video in the description box. Check it once. Now I will explain what are the conditional statements programs. So in the conditional statements, I will explain first one is if-else statement. So if-else statement with example program. So first I will explain syntax of if-else statement also. If-else statement syntax is if condition must be keep it in the brackets because if statement is used for checking the condition. If the condition is true, write all the true block statements. If the condition is false, write all the false block statements. So condition either true or false. If it is true, before else the statements are executed. If the condition is false, after else the statements are executed. So depending upon the conditions, either it execute true block statements or false block statements. So this is the example for if-else statement syntax. If it is true, before else statements are executed. If it is false, after else whatever the statements are there, those are executed. If the statements are more than one, keep the flower brackets, otherwise not necessary. Now we'll explain with one example program, that is biggest of two numbers. Biggest of two numbers. So first read the problem carefully. Biggest of two numbers means we need two numbers. Those are A and B. A comma B are two numbers. So now I start the writing program. C language programmers have to write hash include stdio.h. Preprocessor directives. Stdio means standard input output .h. Next hash include conio.h. console input output .h. Then void main function. Then now we start with the programming now here. First I have to declare the variables also. First I'll keep heading printf enter any two numbers because we need two numbers only. This is for just heading for programmer purpose, user purpose only, for understanding for user. Enter any number. \n means it is entering into the next line. Each and every line is ended with a semicolon after flower brackets. Now we go for scanf, but here we have to declare the two variables a comma b. Both are integer data types. Scanf is an input command. Two values we require. The two values are integer data type. That's why we are using %d symbols. %d for integer numbers. Ampersand A, ampersand B. So input section is over. Now in these two numbers, which number is bigger, you have to check it. If we want to check anything in C language, we need if statement. So if condition is A greater than B. Either this condition is true or false. If the condition is true, that means A is greater than B. Then what you have to write? The two block statement is printf A is big. %d is big. \n comma A because A is big. Else, if the condition is false, that means A is not big. Then what is that answer? Printf %d is big. Which one is other than else? Which one is there? B is there. So program is over. Get ch. Close the program. So this is the program. Now I will explain with some values how this program works. So stdio.h, conio.h main, then we have to read two numbers a comma b. Here a comma b are two variables with integer data type. I will take some numbers. Enter any two numbers is the heading only. Enter any two numbers, you keep it in the printf means it is for user purpose only. Now I will take two numbers, a value is 10 and b value is 15. Now check the condition. What is the condition? A greater than b. That means 10 greater than 5. Condition is true. If the condition is true, before else the statements are working. So what is the statements before the else? That is %d is big. A. That means A. What is A? 10 is big. So that is the answer. 10 is big printed on the screen. Then program is closed. Otherwise, if I take A value 10, B value 15. So again check the condition. 10 greater than 15. what happens? Condition is false. So if the condition is false, after else the statement is working. So that is the after else printf percentage D is big. Which one is big? B is big. So 15 is big. The answer is 15 is big. So in these two statements, which one is big, you have to check it. So that is the example for if else statements. Either it execute true block or it execute false block statements. Now I will give some examples. Finding given number is even or odd. Given number is even or odd. Try it this program at home and tell me how you are writing this one in the comment box section. Now we will go for one more example for nested if statement. Nested if statement. So what is the nested if statement? Nested if statement means one if statement contains any number of if statements. One if contains number of if statements, that is called as nested if statement. First I will explain with syntax, then I will go for example. If condition. The condition either it is true or false. If the condition is true, what happened? True block statements are executed. If the condition is false, it goes to after else. Here in this else we check one more condition, that is again one more if condition. Again same thing, this condition may be true or this condition is false. If the condition is true, again true block statements. Otherwise again we check another conditions or again false block statements. So like this, if you are checking number of statement, that is called as else if nested if statements. So this is the syntax of nested if statements. Check number of conditions. If condition, maybe it is true or false. If it is true, execute true block statements. Else, check one more condition. If the condition is true, execute true block statements or go to false block statement. False block statements, we have to go for one more if statement. Like this, we can check any number of if statements. Now we will go for with example. Now we will explain biggest of three numbers program. So biggest of three numbers means what are the inputs? Inputs we need three numbers A, B, C. So in these three numbers, which one is the biggest? I want to find out. So how can you write the program? Means every program is start with hash include stdio.h. Then second line is hash include conio.h. Then void main. Then flower brackets. Now after that we starting your actual program. So what is your how many variables we require? Biggest of three numbers means we need three variables. So all are taken like integer only. Integer A, B, C. Each and every line is ended with a semicolon, C language after the flower brackets. Now after that I will go for clear screen command. Clear screen command is CLR SCR command. Just I put the heading for user understanding purpose. Printf. Enter any three numbers because the program is biggest of three numbers. So enter any three numbers. \n is for next line. So then scanf. All three are integer numbers. So we need one format specification, that is %d. So how many numbers are there? Three numbers, three %d symbols. %A, %b, %c. So input section is over. Now we go for checking the condition. For checking the condition, we need if statement. If two conditions, A greater than B and is a logical operator, A greater than C. Two conditions, A greater than B and A greater than C. If both the conditions are true, then we keep printf. Which one is big? A is big. So %d is big, comma A. Else, if A is not big, then we check one more condition. That's why it is called as nested if statement. Now we'll go for second statement. If B greater than A is not big, then check it with B. B greater than C. B greater than A and B greater than C. That means if B is big, then we just keep the heading is printf %D is big. That means which one it is? It is a B. Else, A is not big, B is not big means directly go for else part. Otherwise just write again one more condition. If C greater than A and C greater than B. Then we write printf %D is big. That is C. Program is over. Then we just write get CH. Program is closed. Now I will explain with this. This is the program for C language. Biggest of 3 numbers. Now we will take some example numbers with that numbers I will explain. A, B, C. Enter any 3 values A, B, C. For example, I will take the numbers like 10, 17, then 6. Any 3 numbers 10, 17, 6. Now we will go for evaluation. So how we are checking the evaluation means first we go for the first line. A greater than B. 10 greater than, this is A, this is B, this is C. 10 greater than B. What is the B? 17. Condition is true. And second one is 10 greater than, condition is false. In the first part condition is false, 10 greater than 6, here true. So one condition is true and one condition is false. But and means all conditions must be true. That means this is not true. So coming to then go for else part. In the else part which one is there? This one is there. B greater than A. So what is B value? 17. 17 greater than A value is 10. True. And 17 greater than 6 C. C value is 6. This is also true. Both the conditions true, then the result is true. So according to these numbers, what is the answer is? B is big. That means 17 is big. So like this the program is working. Otherwise go for some more numbers. 10, 17, 26. Here A is 10, B is 17, C is 26. Check it again. A greater than B. A greater than B means 10 greater than 17. Wrong. 10 greater than 26. Both the conditions are wrong. So it is not execute. This statement is go to after else. In the after else which one is there? B greater than A. What is B value? 17. 17 greater than what is A? 10. Condition is true. First condition is true. 17 greater than C value 26. Second condition is false. But these two conditions are combined with AND operator. Whenever any operator is combined with AND operator, all conditions must be true. Here one is true, one is false, so it is also not working. Then it go to after else part. After else what is there? C greater than A. What is our C value? 26. 26 greater than A. Yes, condition is true. C greater than B. 26 greater than 17. This is also true. Both the conditions are true. Then the result is true. That's why the answer is C is big. Okay. So like this the program is working. This is the program for biggest of 3 numbers. So these are the examples of conditional statements. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, share this video and like this video. Thank you.